numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers,
What up?
It'll be here tomorrow.
Colin.
I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up.
Yeah. YouTube.
Coach, these folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. Oh. Oh, nah. Nah, if you already did it, then you already did it.
Got it? 53. 53. Mike. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Everyone spread out.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
No.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Huh?
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
No, I'm not. Nah, I was gonna run a few plays out of here.
Clock now on first down. Open man is lost, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Saquon Barkley. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Now this time, Locke will throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out.
God damn.
And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
On the set. Mike 54. Yeah. Look at me. Zipper. Motion to the backfield. Right there. Get it.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Yep.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Switch up.
On 2nd and 15 now. Minshew, man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Watch the flag. Motion.
What?
Check. Breaks on travel. Mike's 54. 54. Hey, watch the ball. Ready?
3rd and short, McKinnon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
What's that?
Call it a gain of 4,
stop
but
your
not
ass.
enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence is...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Terry McLaurin, 85 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Who got cooked? I said who got cooked for that touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you? They've got his man complete. The 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 81 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's Locke to throw. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Ready up. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Got one.
Block off of play action. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. These two teams all tied after
I'm
one.
not done no internet.
6.
It's not my fault your players can't catch.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Guy drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah. This will be fielded at the 17.
And
give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. His throw incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, box drop.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys.
What the hell?
They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the draw, this is Barkley. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd down, McKinnon. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Hit it.
Mike 5-4. Let's go one more.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Catch made here by Campbell. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Hey, we got 4 down, 4 down.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He's got the 1st down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Here's Minshew. He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Cortland Sutton with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Fight.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Leo.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Oh, damn, that's worth it. Oh, that's worth the 19? Yeah.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
60 Pittsburgh. Feels right. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Past the 20. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
You better be afraid of me.
Now Minshew feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Brandon Copeland coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Minshew sets to throw, and that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do. I don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's got room. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
Who that
That's
Rambo
fielded in the
nigga?
end zone. And And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 2nd and 5 now. Minshew. And this will be caught at the 30.
Bro, who the fuck is getting
Indianapolis. Harris Campbell. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind. Because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go.
No, let's try him out. Richard Sherman got none but 86 speed.
And they'll start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Saquon Barkley running right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I hear you.
On 2nd and 12. Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lock. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Minshew, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ito Smith that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Out of the gun is Minshew. 20! He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown of the night. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. That's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Browns drive about to get started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right now. Barkley stripped. Now Rocky lost the football to town, and the Colts pick it up. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 31, Minshew.
Bro, what the fuck?
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Cortland Sutton with his third touchdown and 18th on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Oh, no.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. from the gun. It's Locke. But he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Locke now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop it.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 24 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week. Return with more after this. This is the NFL. And it's to throw on 2nd and 6. Locke. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. That's good for 28 yards.
80 weapons. Wide, get wide. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. We got double up. Show it that. Ready.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Under pressure, down he goes.
Bro.
Sacked at the 10.
What the fuck
Michael Kendricks able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns able to get this one back to within at least some measure of respectability. Point after, right down the middle. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. It'll be Minshew again. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Cortland Sutton there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
There's just nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Locke. Now Locke. He lost the football. It's out. And the Colts pick it up.
What the fuck?
And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Smith trying to run for it. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They come out here in the eye.
70, Indy. 54. Now.
On 2nd and goal, Minshew. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marshawn Lynch, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. He's got a man complete. He got 29 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Locke. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
It's like my old high school coach used to say, Charles. He said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
And he's got this down to the 35. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
Could have got the interception.
4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now in the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has kept the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to Smith out of the gun. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Ready? 18, Gator. Watch the screen. 13, spill. Hey, high 7. Go.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went.
Today, coaching, playing, the whole deal.